Have you ever wanted to get away? Kind of like those Southwest commercials.
Thank you, Detroit. We love you.
Detroit was last night.
Want to get away?
Yeah, that's what the White House wanted to do after they released this tweet that later had to be deleted. They didn't have to delete it, but for credibility's sake, I'm glad they did. Reported by the Politico, the White House deleted a Twitter post on Wednesday touting an increase in Social Security benefits for seniors after the social media platform added a context note, pointing out that the increase was tied to a 1972 law requiring automatic increases based on cost of living changes. They did a tweet, and this is the tweet, and then the tweet got context checked, which is beautiful. This is a beautiful thing. This is a great moment. I'm very happy about this. When this launched, I thought it was going to be trashed with Twitter. This launched before Elon took over Twitter. And every time I've seen the context, it's been based. I actually tweeted about it before this even happened because I'm seeing it a little bit more and more. And I forgot what it was, but it was a post where, it was on a fake account. It was a fake Trump account. And it said, hey, just keep in mind it's a fake account or whatever. I already knew that, but I was like, okay, that doesn't hurt. I think you should have the option if you want it or not, but I like it so far. I'm going to end with telling you what it does, what it's about. Here's the tweet. This is from the White House. The White House said seniors are getting the biggest increase in their Social Security checks in 10 years through President Biden's leadership. The whole thing is factual. This is a factual tweet. The Biden's leadership is opinion, but I agree with the opinion. They are getting the highest increase, and it is because of Biden's leadership, lack thereof. So readers added context. This is why they had to remove it. The lies couldn't stand. Readers added context to this. They thought people might want to know. Seniors will receive a large Social Security benefit increase due to the annual cost of living adjustment, which is based on the inflation rate. President Nixon in 1972 signed into law automatic benefit adjustments tied to the consumer price index. Yeah. So it's because of inflation through your lack of leadership why it's higher. But really, if you take into account for inflation, it's not higher. President Nixon reminds me in a way of what's going on with Biden. It's a little bit different, but still does remind me of it. If you go back to Nixon's days, Nixon ends convertibility of U.S. dollar to gold and announces wage price controls. And this was a little bit before he did the inflation cost of price increase for Social Security, but they took us off the gold standard. So that means the dollar didn't value as much. They devalued the dollar. With inflation on the rise and a gold run looming, so they were running out of gold. They're back in I forgot the conversion rate, but they're running out of gold. So you can't back the dollar with gold when you don't have any more gold. President Richard Nixon's team enacted a plan that ended dollar convertibility to gold and implemented wage and price controls, which soon brought an end to the Bretton Woods system. That was the agreement that basically you wouldn't do what he was just doing to avoid inflation. Inflation shouldn't be happening. Inflation's not a natural thing that just happens in life. We just take it for granted. I learned a lot about this from reading through Austrian-type economics. Inflation is not something that has to happen every year that we just get used to. Oh, yeah, it's just about 2%, and that's inflation every year. And this year it's about 8 something percent, and that's a conservative estimate analysis. What is the Bretton Woods system that Nixon took us off of? It was an international monetary agreement that standardized currency exchange rates. So thankfully, even though he caused the problem, he's like the firefighter that kind of helped with the fire, because if it weren't for that, then you would be getting a secret tax for your Social Security. Spike Cohen, this is funny. This is the context to the context. So Spike Cohen gets involved. He says, White House, seniors are getting the biggest Social Security increase in 10 years. Context checkers. That's because inflation is the highest it's been. White House deletes tweet. Then this is the important part. Everything there is fine. He said, welcome to Elon Musk's Twitter. I don't know if he knew or not, but I knew. I don't know if he knew, but that was there before. It's just becoming more prominent. So maybe Elon had something to do with it, but Elon responded and said it was true. It basically implied he didn't do anything. So this was there before even Elon. Yeah, I don't know. This is something good. It's weird, isn't it? Something good with Twitter before Elon? Maybe there is hope. But so Spike responded to the White House tweet that got context checked. Then his tweet to that got context checked. So we're at context checked squared. And it really worked out because it said it's important to note that Elon Musk did not build the Birdwatch feature. They're not dissing Spike. They're just adding context. It's not a fact check. They're just adding context. Adding context is more powerful than a fact check. That's what journalism is supposed to be. I'm going to tell you how this happens here in a second. I'm going to end with that. The system was introduced in a beta mode during January of 2021. Thus, accurate notes are not as a result of nor related to Elon Musk, and he seemed to agree with that. So it's not like he even put his foot on the scale there. It's an excellent concept. Here's how I'm going to end. This is done through Birdwatch. It's open sourced. Birdwatch is a collaborative way to add helpful context to tweets and keep people better informed. Birdwatch is a pilot program that aims to create a better informed world. I want this on everything. I want this on YouTube videos and only as an option. It empowers people on Twitter to collaboratively add helpful notes to tweets that might be misleading. Contributors write and rate notes. Contributors are people on Twitter, just like you. There's just normal people who choose to enroll in the pilot to write and rate notes. It's well written. Whoever wrote the response is very neutral. It's not dissing anybody. The more people that participate, the better the program becomes. How it works. In this phrase, Birdwatch has 3 core elements: notes, ratings, and the Birdwatch site. Notes. People who have signed up to be contributors can add notes to any tweet they think might be misleading. Notes are composed of multiple choice questions and an open text field where contributors can explain why they believe a tweet is misleading, as well as link to relevant sources. Birdwatch notes are public, and anyone in the U.S. can browse the Birdwatch site to see them. For those not in the pilot, notes currently appear only on the Birdwatch site. They are intentionally kept separate from Twitter for now, while we build Birdwatch and gain confidence that it produces context people find helpful and appropriate. People in the pilot may see notes directly on tweets when browsing Twitter. Am I in the pilot then? I do have Twitter Blue. And are able to rate those notes for help. Oh, actually, I did rate one before. Actually, I am in it. It was a multiple choice. Yeah, I do remember doing that. Contributors can rate the helpfulness of others' notes. Ratings help identify which notes are most helpful and allow Birdwatch to raise the visibility of those found most helpful by people from different perspectives. Ratings also inform our reputation models that recognize those whose contributions are consistently found helpful by a diverse set of people. So you're literally calculating bipartisanship. The Birdwatch, we need to do that for the Nancy P and Polly P story. The Birdwatch site is the home for all Birdwatch notes and ratings, separate from the main Twitter apps. Available at birdwatchtwitter.com. Birdwatch notes that have been rated helpful by enough contributors from different points of view will appear directly on tweets. So when I've seen it, they understand that trusting it is the most important thing. So for me, I think they've been selective. The only time I've seen it is when it's been very helpful. Our focus during this phase of the pilot is gaining confidence that Birdwatch produces content people from different points of view find helpful and informative. It's transparent, it's open source. good news. Let's expand the program. I love what they're doing there. And to see it be done to the White House, that's even better. I want it, if it's MAGA, if it's whoever, I want it on every politician's tweet. I want it on every person's tweet. Leave the memes alone, though. The memes are just funny. They're just joking. Let me know what you think. You can visit middlemaga.com. I got the new libertarian shirt. I don't know if you can see it. It's a controversial one because right here is a little hidden. What does it say? It almost looks like the yellow from the flame almost looks like a Don Dada haircut. And then I got MAGA. So that's kind of, I didn't do that on purpose, but that's kind of funny. It's MAGA libertarian. My wife saw the sweater. She was like, that's a oxymoron, or, that's a contradiction. I was like, yeah, I'm trying to make MAGA what I want MAGA to be. That's what I'm doing. Visit middlemaga.com. Go to the store. I got the Mega MAGA Man shirt, the MAGA Man shirt, and many others. Appreciate you. Take care.